And I made the comment, I got a caller, and the caller said, Nick said, I'm terrified. I'm terrified of what's going on right now. I'm terrified in the world. I'm terrified about going out in public. I'm just, and that's what terrorism is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to engender fear so that it changes your behavior, it changes your lifestyle. Okay, so he's falling right now. So I said, well, Nick, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid because I know fear doesn't come from God. Fear comes from the enemy. And I know who's still sitting on the throne, and I've read the end of the book, and I know we win. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned, but I'm not afraid. And he said, well, I wish I could be that way. He hangs up. Next one, Joan from Avon calls. Joan says, I don't know how you can have faith at a time like this. I said, okay. I said, well, you don't have any faith, Joan? She goes, I've completely lost all faith in God. And she says, and I'll tell you right when it happened. When did it happen? When Dr. Pettit's family was murdered. So I said, it's interesting you say that, Joan, that you've lost your faith when Dr. Pettit's family was murdered, because I know Dr. Pettit, and I can tell you that Dr. Pettit's faith hasn't diminished since his family died. Dr. Pettit's faith has increased and grown stronger. I says, isn't that bizarre? You lost your faith through the Pettit murders. The one who experienced the most loss, the most grief, his faith has grown. Isn't that amazing? And it opened the door for a conversation of why bad things happen and how come God doesn't step in at every turn and free will and all those things. But the bottom line was it helped me express to Joan that you can still have faith in spite of your circumstances. You can still trust God even when things don't look good. You still, and in fact, you're better to trust God when things don't look good. And that's the same point here. You can still have joy even though there's confusion caused by your current surroundings. Here's